What's up, y'all? I am Vince Serrano.
And I am Jenny.
And we want you to follow Relatable Podcast. That's REL, the number 8, TABLE podcast. Yes, and this is the Relatable Podcast. We starting it back up. Jenny, how you been?
It's been a while. It's been, 15 days or something, I think?
No, it's not. It has not been that long.
The 16th was the last time.
Welcome to the Relatable Podcast. Man, look. Yeah, we want to make sure y'all give us all the views that we can, right? And, we really put our heart and soul into this, not gonna lie. And a lot of alcohol as well. A lot of alcohol, I think.
This is our wind down time.
Right, absolutely. So, Jenny, what's a couple of things that you want to talk about? What do you think? We got a couple of topics.
Well, I'm curious to see how people are doing during quarantine, if they are still in quarantine, because we really haven't kept up with anyone too much. We finally allowed ourselves out this past weekend.
Yes, finally.
And it was amazing.
It was a bit risky. Yes, we did take a couple of risks. Right? Come on, Jenny.
Yeah, but it was fun.
It was great. It was great. It was weird seeing all the people that are still living their lives out there.
Yeah. And we're like, we've been home staring at the walls, doing work and stuff still, but we wouldn't have even thought that life was still going on outside these walls. Like, there was people bicycling, rollerblading. Like, I'm sure these people probably haven't touched rollerblades in 20 years.
Or they could have been rollerblading a lot. A lot of them look like they've been out there for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
They look like they've been out there. You don't just go
extreme rollerblading.
Right. You don't just get like that. You've been rollerblading for some time. So, I think
it was nice though to be around other people, and it almost felt weird to even walk by another person.
Absolutely.
It's almost as if we have to retrain ourselves to live around other people.
Right.
Cohabitate.
And we were talking about it, right? We were saying there's on one end of the spectrum is like us, we were super quarantiners. We were super troopers with the quarantine style. So
40 days.
40 days and 40 nights. We wanted to make sure we did not spread, catch, or even look at the coronavirus.
And I am super close to my family, and we did not visit them. I mean, we just started probably a week or two ago doing walks, and we finally started seeing them here and there, but that was through a glass. And then this past weekend, we finally saw our family. Right,
we did. We definitely, and it was a great time. It was an awesome time. We went canoeing, right? Nobody knows that your boy's an Eagle Scout. Yeah, your boy right here, be prepared. I was an Eagle Scout, Scout's honor for all y'all.
I really didn't think that he would be able to canoe. So my sisters were like, "Oh, do you and Vince want to get on it?" And I was like, "I really don't think I don't think that's something he'd be into." And then he comes out and says he's an Eagle Scout. I took my boys out of Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, actually.
Why?
Because the people in there were super weird.
I
did not. My kids are a little strange sometimes, as it is. I did not want them to grow into being like these guys. They were really dweeby. I had almost anxiety being around all these guys. I was like, I don't know. It was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had. And so when he tells me that he was a Cub Scout or
Eagle Scout.
An Eagle Scout, same thing.
Cub, bear, and eagle.
People are like, don't take your kids out of Boy Scouts. They learn how to use the compass and how to go camping. I'm like, we can learn that stuff from YouTube and be just fine. They're not gonna learn it from those creepy guys out there.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think your son learned how to canoe from YouTube? Or you think you learned from the Eagle Scout? Okay. Did he learn from YouTube? Because he's on YouTube every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Okay, cool.
He learned from you.
So, he learned from Eagle Scouts because they taught me.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I do want to tell you, I'm the kind of guy that I am going to, if I'm in something, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to finish it. So I was part of the Boy Scout gang. Okay? Always be prepared. All right? I made it through the ranks of Cub, Bear, and Eagle. Okay?
It sounds like the most fake story. Where did you where did you do your Cub Scouts? I mean your Eagle Scouts at Utah?
In Utah.
It's
Damn
like
right.
him in Utah.
I don't know. Not
Sounds-
a place. It's like Exhibit being from New Mexico. Okay? He's not really from New Mexico. He's from Detroit. All right? But you thought he was from LA the whole time.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I've got a backstory to me. And I was an Eagle Scout. And because of that, I was able to guide us up and down the canoe, up and down in the canoe, up and down the river, like a beast.
You did. We were pretty quick too. And Peyton is usually kind of a little timid and scared of everything, but he learned how to do it. So I was super impressed and surprised.
You're in good hands with the Eagle Scouts. You're shout out to the Boy Scouts of America. I think y'all went bankrupt, so I'm not trying to follow you down there.
No. And there's a lot of stories about them being creepers too,
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Well, am I a dweeby guy? Would you call me a dweeby guy?
So on another note,
All right. What's up with the silence though? Like, am I a nerd?
no, you have like a little bit of like sheltered tendencies though.
What do you mean, like
little
shelter?
different.
What the hell does that mean?
Just a little different.
Hold on.
You know what I'm really surprised about?
Hold on. Now you trying to change the subject?
Oh, before I forget.
What?
I think it's really weird. And maybe it's too soon, but like, you know, I really thought we would have seen a lot more people announcing pregnancies during this time. And it might be too soon.
Yeah, next month. Probably.
Yeah, next month. Because everyone's all like stuck at home.
Yeah, everyone's stuck at home. They laying up and
Not being safe.
Right, for sure. Before we get back to that, to the Corona boomers. So, what are sheltered tendencies?
I don't know. You just sometimes you don't. And I'm probably like that too. But
Right. What does that mean, though?
like, you don't know about things sometimes.
Like what?
Just like things in life.
What do you mean things in life? What the hell? What the hell are you talking about?
I can't like describe something right now, but like
No, you got to describe it. You're saying
we'll be here all night. I can't.
But what is it? What is a sheltered tendency?
I don't know. Maybe it's the way that you take. Maybe it's even the way that you take expressions sometimes.
Okay, what does that mean?
Like, you don't know how to sometimes. You know, if I'm like, what happened the other day? I told you I was gonna go jump on these bars and during our walk. You take things really literally. So to me, I don't know. It seems a little like that you haven't been exposed to that many different personalities or something.
No. I've been exposed to plenty of personalities, and I think a majority of them are stupid. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying that you're a majority of them. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is this, though, right? So you get the guy, right? You ever seen the videos where the dude's like, oh, look, I'm gonna jump through this table. And the next thing he does is he jumps through the table. And he crashes himself through the table, splits his head open, knocks over all the CDs in the middle of New York. And you're looking at it like, why? You ever noticed? You ever seen that? Like, you ever look at Instagram, and I know you guys be scrolling. That's probably how you found this, right? But right three squares after you square through us, there's some idiot on Instagram doing something nuts, right? You know it. So when you told me that you were gonna grab the bar and do like front flips and back flips over it during a pandemic, I didn't know what to think. Do you get it? You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
I did. Maybe I never seen that kind of personality.
I don't know.
I was in prison.
I just feel like
I saw them all. I saw all the personalities.
yeah, but you didn't see the light personalities probably.
No, I saw the very light personalities. Those were the ones that ended up there, thinking they can't get caught. You already know. Well, so yeah, during this coronavirus, more pregnancies, cleaner air. What else? What do you think we're gonna get out of this?
Maybe I really think that kids are starting to learn how to be kids.
Right.
You know.
What do you mean?
Like going outdoors. Just yesterday, was it yesterday? We went to 2 different streets and there was kids out riding their bikes, running, playing, and that's stuff that we haven't seen since we were kids, I feel like.
Right, for sure. Right. I think that's a huge thing, especially during this time.
The Wi-Fi is messing up because everyone's using it, so these kids are like, okay, let's go outside and play.
Yeah, I saw the Spectrum guy as I was actually going to the garage today, for sure. And
hey, Spectrum, Bucky!
Yeah, he was like, yo, has your internet been not working? I'm like, my internet hasn't worked for months, bro. Ever since coronavirus came. He's like, yeah, we just found something for the tower for this building. Yeah, yeah. Great, we're never gonna get the kids back. Fortnite has stolen our kids. We are going to put our kids on missing milk cartons and Fortnite character skins. I swear to God, have you seen this kid? He's in your closet playing Fortnite. Okay, that's what he's doing, or he's watching YouTube. Yo, realistically, I think we need to have a scary scream part in this YouTube podcast. I swear, the kids be watching YouTube, and then right in the middle of the YouTube,
it's so weird.
It'll be like, "Wah!" And we were trying to figure out.
And it gets me so frustrated. I always have to yell at them, like, shut that, turn it down. Or there's this other thing that they watch, and it'll be silence, and then it'll kind of goes into this, I don't know what the heck they're saying. But it's so freaking annoying.
It is all the way, like, we yell at them every single time, like, turn that shit down. Like, yo, turn that down. You know that's annoying. And they still watch it. It's like they watch it so that they can see our reaction. But we talked about it today. We're like, yo, maybe that's the way to go viral. And then what did you think it was?
I think that they throw those loud pitches in there so that, because I don't know, kids have more like attention
span issues.
Yeah, like attention
ADHD,
span issues. Yeah, so I feel like that helps, like, keep them engaged and wake them up again. I don't know. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy, but they definitely be watching it though. So you'd be nodding out, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that was so funny, and you keep watching it for the next.
You got the volume all the way up. It's
crazy. It's crazy. Well, this is the Relatable podcast. I know we got a couple of things. So we talked about coronavirus. We talked about how we went out last week. We talked about, and I swear this is crazy. So we talked about how we figured we'd see more corona babies. Not there yet, but they're coming. Okay.
Not here though.
Not here, because that's not what we're looking at, right? But I want to talk about that now. Let's talk about something that's kind of different, right? Because I do finance, I do business, right? And you're starting your own business, right? Deck the Yards, okay? Everybody, make sure you go to Deck the Yards. What's the Instagram page?
Deck the Yards.
Awesome. And so when you go there, the reason why I say that is because they're offering parties where you can decorate your home for birthday parties, Mother's Day parties, Father's Day parties, whatever holiday that you have. Any holiday that you have, Deck the Yards can definitely help you guys out with your decorations on your outside of your home. They do it for a good low price, and so you're taking it off. But I want to talk about something, right? So obviously during this pandemic, you started your own business, which is like a side hustle in its own. But the crazy thing about it is right now is obviously we've seen unemployment skyrocket, right? Mm-hmm. And we've seen it in our business how things have been turned upside down. People are scared to go outside. People are scared to, scared about everything, scared about the economy, scared to spend money. And so, unemployment is at an all-time high right now. It's at 22 million people, right? Now, I want to talk about that, right? We know that there are issues going on, right? Because unemployment, it's state ran, correct? It's this, you pay for unemployment, companies pay for unemployment, you pay for it in your check, and then when you get unemployment, that's what you get back, right? So that's why there's guidelines and stuff like that. But so many people have gone on unemployment that they're running out of money right now. That is a scary feeling, right? Imagine, I think you were telling me, right? There were so many people going on unemployment that what happened exactly? What was?
Well, I'm not on unemployment, but I saw the other day on a Facebook page that I follow that everyone was complaining that their unemployment stopped because I can't remember what it was about. But I saw that the government was telling people that they overpaid them.
Oh.
So I'm kind of also wondering how people are gonna react if their requests are being denied.
Right. Now, that's one huge thing because think about it, right? Unemployment was not built to withstand 22 million people going out of work all in one shot, right? And so that's like, I think that's like 20% of America, something like that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. And again, if you know the numbers, comment in the Facebook section, comment in the comment section, the know-it-all section. I don't know it all, so I'm just throwing numbers off the top of my head. Excuse me for that. But I know it's a high amount. 22 million people is a high amount, right? It's a huge percentage. But you're starting to see a rush in people open up the economy, and that's because the states are running out of money. And so obviously the unemployment system isn't able to handle those kind of people. What's going to happen to those people when the states go bankrupt? What's going to happen to those people when their requests are being denied? They're already being denied because they're saying they got paid too much. What happens when they deny it because they say, hey, we ain't got no more money? What happens to the future of our economy at that point? And so now you're starting to see more people open up, and that's why you're starting to see businesses, all these people taking chances, because I get it, but I want to know, if you were on unemployment, Jen, obviously you started your own business and, we're working Solar Central Systems, but if that was you in that position, how would you react? Like, they tell you, hey, you're going to get, X amount of dollars. You can't go outside. You can't go to work because you're not a non-essential worker and you got bills to pay. And then now unemployment tells you, no, you're not going to get that money. What would you do?
I think you need to do some quick brainstorming and figure out how you can make money from your home, because that money's going to run out eventually. So you need to kind of learn how to flip your money.
And how would you, even you're doing it, right?
I'm just working on it.
For sure.
But I will.
Absolutely. I believe you will. And that's because you even told me, you're ready. You're absolutely ready. Jen works with me, and I know I am the worst boss to live with.
No, you're not the worst boss. I've had the worst boss ever.
I'm the worst boss to live with.
Yeah.
Because you can't escape work when you work with me. She thinks she clocked out. She's like,
I'm all the way clocked out right now.
Yeah, you're all the way clocked out. For show. Jen, I'm gonna need a couple of proposals, bud. She's like, shut up. Shut it off. But that's realistically, I sit back and I think about it and I'm like, what are we gonna do? What happens? We're always hustling. We're always working on that next thing. We're always looking to get into there. But there's so many people who are living check to check, And I feel for that because, think about it. What if you were I don't know. What if you were somebody please, thank you to our healthcare workers. Okay, I want to say that first off. Thank you to our healthcare workers. I know it's kind of late, but thank you for fighting the front lines on the invisible enemy. Thank you to our first responders, because you guys are putting yourself in the line of fire all the time. But when I sit back and I think about it as well, like, thank you to the people who are keeping their calm in a time where everything's super uncertain, because we're not going nuts. We're not having riots in the street where I'm at. People are living their lives. But realistically, I know everybody's having a hard time, and we're just trying to figure out how to deal with it, you know? And so thank you to everybody who's really kept your calm, ain't going out there going nuts, not going crazy in these streets, because it could get crazy. I know that. Like, think about how hunger is going to be affected. Think about people's who rents need to be paid. Think about, all those people in New York where it's at, or, New Orleans or Massachusetts that's starting to kick off. So I really want to say, like, I know that we're living in a time of uncertainty, but thank you so much to those who are really putting themselves at risk and really holding it down and keeping it together. So I gotta ask you one more question though, Jen, because the coronavirus is super important and it's super crazy, and many people are getting divorces during the coronavirus. Like, I think China, they reported like 30% of marriages they had a 30% increase. And again, those numbers could be wrong, but they had a 30% increase in divorces as soon as restrictions were lifted. What do you think that,
You have to put a lot of different factors into why people are having divorces now. You have people that are having to spend 24/7 together, stuff that they're not used to anymore. They're not used to that. So
right.
You may start realizing you're not actually compatible the way you thought. You've just been kind of just dealing with each other before. And then you have to also work. I know I probably talk about this a lot, but people that are seeing other people,
they're getting caught.
It's a little hard to hide that, to keep that from your partner. What are you gonna do? What if that's you? What are you doing? Like going to the bathroom and making a call, or I don't.
Well, baby, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because this is great. Give me a kiss. How have I been doing during Coronacation?
He's been great.
I mean, maybe not at work, but for sure.
Yeah, no. We've
So you've done your research.
We've had a great time.
No crazy calls.
No.
I'm here to.
I'd rather actually have him go on a call sometimes so I can have some time to myself.
I know. I feel you.
But I'm thankful for you. So. But it's not always the case for everybody, and that's why there's all these issues. And unfortunately, the sad and scary part too is there's people that are in abusive relationships that they have no escape now. So it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a really tough time.
Yeah, for sure. I get it too, because sometimes I get cabin fever and I get anxiety, and until this weekend I was probably unbearable and irritable and stuff like that. But it's been a tough time.
He gets like that at 3 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep, and he just wants to get into these long, deep conversations, and I'm like, trying to go to sleep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he wants me to talk to him back and give him,
Are you going?
Have really long, in-depth conversations. I'm not ready for that. I need to get to bed, and then we can talk about it in the morning.
I'm trying to figure some shit out.
At the wrong time.
Damn.
Man, I gotta wake up early, get my kids ready for school, be a teacher. Be
a counselor.
Be a counselor.
Be a therapist.
I need someone to counsel me.
I listen to you, don't I?
I don't need to put any kind of burden, weight on you. I'll write it in my journal. I got my burn book. He's on every page.
I'm on every page. I'm gonna have to read that 10 years from now, and after we're good to go. I know I can't read it now. I'll probably be like, what? You said that? But I love you, babe. In 10 years from now, you'll understand, and we'll be in a better spot.
For sure.
You know. So, well, I definitely want to say I think we touched a lot of topics today, right? We talked about, what did we talk about? I think it kind of went nuts, like the whole way that we went, right?
This has just been us only talking to each other.
I mean, I feel like that's the best thing because it's the relatable podcast. Like, how many people can sit around? Like, we have the greatest.
I want to know what you and your significant other are talking about.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
I want to know.
What is there to talk about?
I mean, I think we
have a lot to talk about because we have a lot that goes on every single day.
Yeah.
But not everyone does. So
we have very, very, very good conversations though. I laugh when I'm with you. I think that's the thing. Like, me and you have funny jokes to say. You're a character. You're like, and I'm goofy. So stop it. Well, listen, guys. Comment on the Relatable Podcast. Come check us on Twitter. Rel8. The letter 8 or the number 8 TABLE. Remember, the Relatable Podcast. REL the number 8 TABLE. And I am Vince Serrano, and this is
Jenny.
And we appreciate you guys. Comment in the comment section. See if you guys, follow us. Give us a follow. Let us know what you think. All right. What's up, y'all? I am Vince Serrano,
and I am Jenny, and it's been the Relatable Podcast. That's REL the number 8 TABLE. Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and on Twitter.
Make sure you guys like us or comment in the sections on any of the ideas that we had, all right?
We want to know what you guys think about what we talked about today.
Thanks for listening.